All right, I'm gonna get into this Cassabanana. I've been having these sitting around for what, 3 or 4 months now, about that, and they haven't rotted. I haven't gotten any rot or pukas. There's a little bit of boring happening in the stems, so we're gonna juice this thing because I've gotten into these before. Very aromatic, and they smell just like cantaloupe. It's just like a big cantaloupe. So this took a while to get ripe. That's pretty juicy. Doesn't taste spoiled yet. Very thick rind. I don't know how much food value there is in that, but we're going to go ahead and split this down the middle and then scoop it out into the strainer here. And we'll see, there's quite a bit of juice comes off of that. So we're going to essentially make some cantaloupe juice, because I find the flesh of this to be a little not really that great, and they say the seeds are not food, which is too bad because there are a lot of them. So and go ahead and scoop this out. Very juicy, very juicy. I'm kind of surprised that these have not rotted or blemished or been attacked by some other critter, just because they do smell. Like these got, I think, were a little early picked. They got started kind of late in the season, and we don't, here in Kauai, we don't, in Hawaiian Islands, I think in general, maybe down in Big Eye, South Big Eye, we don't get that warm. We're kind of subtropic, and so a vegetable like this, that, or fruit like this, that requires a lot of heat to ripen correctly, just didn't really do it for us. It kind of sat there and didn't smell for a long time, and I believe odorifera is attributed to the botanical name or something like that, and it did not smell for us. And so we looked at Weird Fruit Explorer, and he talks about him and went through something similar that I'm going through, where he had one that was probably picked young and didn't really have smell. And when they're not really mature on the inside, they're very vegetative and kind of, well, uneventful. But I think that's what these would have been like if we'd opened them 3 months ago. But they've sat pretty much in the sun, in the window now, that whole time. And, well, we figured we better get into one just in case we opened it up and it was just full of rot. And I can tell that there was a little heavy ripening happening on the tips and tails of this thing, so they might be kind of getting ready to behave like a springtime vegetable and rot and seed itself. Okay, there's a lot of juice there, a lot of juice. So I'm kind of just see what, well, actually not that much. That's going to be maybe about a cup's worth. There's some little more beating and filtering here to do. And really, yep, pretty much cantaloupe juice. Very, very similar to cantaloupe juice. We might mix that with a little bit of, might try and mix it with a little bit of coconut milk, see if that make something more like a melon tea or something. But, and then cast all these seeds abandoned, maybe at a local park or it's roadside, and see what takes over. They're pretty aggressive vine, and mine came back a second time. So if they die back as you go through winter, it does seem, I'm guessing it must have a root tuber, because it came back with spring after a real long lull, and it's actually more aggressive, and the young fruit are 2-3 times the size that they were in the first round. They went from being pinky size green fruit, the young ovary, to now they're, I don't know, like that big. They're really big, like little pickles. So yeah, Cassabanana juice, something to do with it. I can tell you, cantaloupe style, it would be pretty good in a smoothie with the right vegetables like banana, mango, stuff like that. This would taste really good. I don't know what any health benefits are to it. Maybe I'll go look that up now. But there we go, 1 Casa, 1 pint of juice. All right, so that made, yeah, pretty much filled one of the small mason jars with juice, around a pint. I think that's a pint. I took that juice and added about, I don't know, half a cup, through a third of a cup of cornstarch and 1 big glob of honey, and brought it to, you know, its rolling boil, and then got it turned off without burning it. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe the honey might have added a little bit more of a flavor change. It was pretty neutral honey, but it's such a piquant flavor. I don't know quite how to put my finger on it. It's a little bit butterscotchy. It's, I don't know, definitely you can taste the cantaloupe. There's a little bit of burnt caramel, would be one way to say it. It's a really unusual custard. So I could see maybe adding something like a coconut milk, or putting a whipped cream on it. It's the kind of flavor I would imagine would go really good with carrot cake, or just cooked as a white cake. Anyway, I thought perhaps I should add that in, because I did end up doing something with that juice, and yeah, it looks pretty good. It's not too bad. It's kind of an off brown, as you can tell. But yeah, I could fill little custard cups really easy, be a little gelatin bar or whatever. Anyway, aloha.